Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 2018 Saleen S1. Now it says 826 horsepower, 719 pounds-feet of torque from its 2.6 litre turbocharged inline-4 engine. The car itself weighs 2,362 pounds, has off-road tyres, all-wheel drive and off-road suspension, and it can now do 0 to 60 in 2.387 seconds, 0 to 105.121 seconds, and going to a top speed of 208 miles an hour. So I opted for keeping the original engine in this because it's already a really light car, but obviously we've upgraded it's even lighter, and I didn't want to make it any extra heavier with a bigger engine, and obviously we've already made it a little bit heavier with wider tyres and the all-wheel drive system. So yeah, opted for the original engine, which is still reasonably powerful. More than 800 horsepower is hardly anything to sniff at, and it's a good near 400 horsepower over what it had originally. So yeah, plenty of extra power, but obviously we're a lot lighter than we were originally. We've got more in the way of grip even with these off-road tyres. And yeah, at the end of the day, I don't want to give it so much power that it's not able to deal with the all-wheel drive system. Because obviously we can put crazy power in this, but I think more than 800 is still extreme enough. At the end of the day, I want this to do well, because this is the first Saleen that we've ever had on this series. Well, obviously it's not the only one we can choose from, but I want to choose this first because this is the newest Saleen that we've had on this on a Forza game for a long time, and yeah, it's actually one I really rather enjoy. So let's see what it can do. Well, it can run along at a good rate of speed. Nearly 160 mile an hour down there is not anything to moan about. At the end of the day, we're far from the least powerful car we've had on this series, while also being far from the heaviest, so I think that's going to be a good combination. Nice kind of middle ground to put it into words. We were on those corners fairly easily. And across the finish line at 171 miles an hour and a time of 1 minute 58.529. So I think opting for the original engine but with more power really worked out there, because yeah, we've landed in 6th place, beating out the TVR Cerberus Speed 12, Koenigsegg CC GT, McLaren F1 GT, Reiser Tachyon Speed, ATS GT, which is from the same year as this and is similar to this, as well as the Bugatti Divo, Ford Mustang Shelby GT500, and the likes of a Shelby 1000, Hoonigan Ford Bronco, and a Toyota Land Cruiser Arctic trucks. We are nonetheless though slightly behind the likes of the Toyota Supra RZ by about half a second, as well as the Chevrolet Corvette Stingray Coupe, Koenigsegg Jesko, Porsche 911 GT1 Stratus version, and still behind the current leader, the Lamborghini Diablo GTR, which is nearly 4 seconds quicker than this, which I guess just shows how quick that Diablo really was. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is a car with less power than most of the cars in the top 10, I think, all the while not being a car that's obviously meant for this kind of stuff, although pretty much that's the case for everything in this top 10. In fact, nothing in that top 10 really is for off-roading. And yeah, it's the first Saleen, and it's gone straight into the top 10, very nearly getting into the top 5. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think the lack of power, which is relative because obviously it's still got more than 800 horsepower, is still a good option, especially when you combine it with its lightweightedness, because it's extremely light for a car of this type, and combine it with the agility and the fact it's got plenty of torque, and yeah, at the end of the day it's made for this engine, so at least doesn't have to deal with that on top of off-road elements and all-wheel drive. Means that it was really rather quick, and yeah, massively impressed. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.